Friends, welcome to the second module of View Counterview. Okay, now let us deal with each question. That is, if the question is in the form of a paragraph, then what are we going to do? Alright, now this was the question. Now I want you to just focus on the highlighted part, the purple part. You happen to read the following paragraph in a magazine. That means some paragraph is given to you. Read the last part of the question. You do not agree with the views given in the paragraph. That means you will have to write a counter view. Write a paragraph expressing your view against. View against indirectly is counter view. Alright. Now, there are certain steps to follow. If you follow them, it becomes easy to develop a paragraph. Alright. What is the first step? Think about the points opposing each sentence of the paragraph. Now, if you observe, it's a small paragraph, and every time you're going to treat each sentence as one point. Okay, I have actually bifurcated each sentence for you over here with a different color. Okay, so the orange one is one sentence. We are going to treat it as one point. Now, look at step number 2. Okay, elaborate on each of those points in the form of a paragraph. Now, what does that mean? It's as simple as this. I have already one counter view written. Let's see how it was developed. Okay, now the first point in the question, that is the first sentence of the paragraph, TV is the bane of the lives of young minds. As the counter view, you're going to write the opposite. TV is a boon in disguise for young and old. Okay, and then you elaborate a little on it. Every coin has two sides. It is how you put something to use that describes its worth. Okay, now understand. This was elaboration. This is what we are going to do for each sentence. For example, the second sentence is highlighted in green for you. It turns every member of the family into TV addicts. It prevents children from taking their studies seriously. Okay, now the counter view is, we the children need to see our cartoon programs or favorite TV programs at least for some time during the day. After hours of studying, they are the only means of entertainment and information we have. So this is the counter view of it. The next point, that is the sentence, is even the parents in the family neglect serious home chores in order to watch the TV. Okay, that's the negative side. Now see, this is our counter view. Poor mother, she slogs away all day in the kitchen. The only time she gets to relax is when she is watching her favorite TV serial in the evening. Mother enjoys watching cooking shows on the TV so that she can learn how to make new choice dishes for us. Okay. The next sentence is, what does having a TV set in the home really mean? Just a waste of time watching interminable matches or mindless serials. Now, this is the counter view. The TV is the only media which informs us about important events taking place thousands of miles away, such as election results in America or the Olympic Games live. Such events shown on TV are more vivid than simply reading about them in newspapers and journals. And the last line is, in fact, TV set should be thrown away. This is the last line of the paragraph in the question. And in your answer, you can write, throw the TV set away. The very idea is absurd. So now see how you have opposed each sentence thinking it is a point in your answer. Okay. Now, let's come to the next part. That is, if the question is in the form of points, then what are you going to do? The whole thing remains the same. The procedure is the same except for some addition to it. Now, your question here is, you do not agree with the views given in the following points. Write a paragraph expressing your views against. The 5 points are given over here. Okay. Now, the steps to follow if your question has points in it. Okay. First, think about points opposing each given point. So, let's take the points for counter view first. Okay, so here let's take the first point. The TV is a bane. First, just write the opposite. TV is a boon. Okay. Then the second point, it is an addiction. Your opposing point is, it is a source of education. Third point, it prevents children from taking their studies seriously. The opposing point could be, children should have some source of entertainment. The next point is, TV is just a waste of time. And here, TV can save a lot of time if used wisely. And the fifth point, the TV set should be thrown away. Your last point will be, the TV set should not be thrown away. Okay. Now, once you have developed the counter view, these are the points that are going to be useful to you, isn't it? You are just going to elaborate on each of these points in the form of a paragraph now. Alright, that means if you observe, it is the same thing that we read earlier. The answer that you're going to read is the same, but see, for the first point, okay, it's the same thing that we can elaborate on. It is a source of education. Again, you can write the same thing that was read previously, but now it is in the form of a paragraph. Then children should have some source of entertainment. Okay, again, you can talk about your poor mother and how even you really get entertained. Then TV can save a lot of time if used wisely. TV is the only means which actually can give you a lot of information, like the Olympic Games example. And then in the end, the TV should not be thrown away. Yes, of course, throwing the TV set away, the idea is really very absurd. Okay, now don't you think that it is really easy? In whatever way the question is asked, developing a counter view or an answer to the question is very easy if you follow this methodology. If you follow it, it is really interesting to write. With this, we are done with our view counter view topic. Thank you so much.